everyone, Josh here, Wargaming Noob, back with another unboxing video. This time around it is Battletech and Barnes & Noble's exclusive Wolf's Dragoons Assault Star. An excellent addition to Battletech, a game of armored combat. So these are still readily available at Barnes & Noble's. If you go to your local one, you'll be able to pick one up. I was able to get a couple of these, one for myself, one for James, and now we have the Wolf's Dragoons. I'm going to turn this around. So in this kit, you're going to get 5 miniatures that are unpainted. You'll also get 10 Mech Warrior cards and 5 Alpha Strike cards, and it is going for $30, so don't pay more than what it's worth, boys and girls. It is $30. It's still available at Barnes & Noble. I'd recommend going out and getting it. So, alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside. Alright, like all Lance and Star packs, this is a no must no fuss kit. You're going to get your mechs, you're going to get your Mech Warrior pilot cards and Alpha Strike cards. In this particular instance, it is a star because Wolf's Dragoons are considered clan, even though they kind of infiltrated the inner sphere with their shenanigans. But in any case, these are all usable as Inner Sphere mechs because they are Inner Sphere mechs, with the exception of the Mad Cat or the Timberwolf. Right here, our Rifleman, the Archer, the Blackjack, and the Annihilator, I believe, are all Inner Sphere. So, in fact, all the Alpha Strike cards are double-sided, so you will have a Jihad and Dark Age version, and then you'll also have like an earlier version. So you can play them as you will. But again, these are models, so they can be used with any particular variant of the mech. Just let your opponent know that you're proxying if that's the case. So, alright, let's take a closer look at the mechs. All the releases from Catalyst Games since the Kickstarter, there has been an uptick, an improvement on the way the models are made. As you can see here, they have a more modern aesthetic and are very beautiful, and would look nice on a modern wargaming table. This is the Blackjack. Again, a different pose. There is another Blackjack that was released, but this is, again, just a different, slightly different pose, and it's definitely a good looking figure. And here it is, the Timberwolf in a different pose. There have been a few different types, different models of the Timberwolf. This is just a slightly different pose with it turned. Again, Catalyst is knocking it out of the park with this kind of modeling. It's definitely a more modern aesthetic that is pleasing to the eye, especially for new Battletech players that are coming into the game. The high quality of the modeling is very good. So, and here is the Archer. Again, another variant pose of the Archer. This was previously released, I think maybe with the missile pod doors closed, but again, I mean, I keep repeating myself. It's just the modeling, the sculpting, the design work that has gone into designing a more modern aesthetic for Battletech is very pleasing, and it's just awesome. So that's the Archer. And here's the Rifleman again in a variant pose with one of its arms down. Really can't say much because obviously I'm going to just keep repeating myself throughout this video how beautiful these models are. So, alright, the big mech of the set, the Annihilator. Somehow, I mean, the Annihilator was always kind of a goofy looking mech, even though it's definitely one of my favorites. But Catalyst really has made the Annihilator look pretty decent. If you compare it to the Annihilator from Mech Warrior Online, you'll know how derpy and how ridiculous it looked, but this actually looks very intimidating, and I think it's going to be a fun mech to paint and field on the table. So, the big boy or gal of the set, the Annihilator. Alright, next up we're going to take a look at the cards. We'll start with the Mech Warrior cards. So each mech actually comes with 2 Mech Warrior pilots. Actually, 2 Mech Warrior pilot cards, but 4 pilots because there's one on each side. These are the first 2 for the Blackjack. One is Hal Bloomberg of the Wolf's Dragoons, and then Saxon Pierce of the 21st Centauri Lancers. You'll have your cost, their special ability costs, and their gunnery and piloting skill up there. And then if you turn these around, you actually have 2 more pilots, which is pretty awesome. You have Argos Nasimbeni of the Wolf's Dragoons, and Bobby L, who is from Lyndon's company, and again, special abilities, all that fun stuff. So I think it's pretty neat that there are 2 Mech Warrior pilot cards for each mech, and then you actually have 4 different pilots. So that gives you the opportunity to field different pilots of differing skill for one particular mech. So, all right, let's look at the Archer. All right, and here we have Jamie Wolf, the founder of the Wolf's Dragoons, with his brother. As you can tell, he has quite a lot of abilities compared to, let's say, Jennifer Whitmore Smythe of the 12th Vegan Rangers. All right, we'll turn this around. On the other side, we have Michael Strake of Wolf's Dragoons and Arthur Blankenship of the Wilson's Hussars. All right. Next up, we have the Rifleman. So we have Johnny Clavel of Wolf's Dragoons, and we have Wasim Naifa of McGee's Cutthroats. And then on the other side, Titania K. Duvall of the Wolf's Dragoons, and Davis McCall of the Grey Death Legion. All right, next up is the Timberwolf with Stacy Church of Wolf's Dragoons and Climb of the Kellhounds. On the other side, we have Brixley Ball of Wolf's Dragoons and Claire Hemphill of Eridani Lighthorse. All right, last but not least, we have the Annihilator pilots. All right, we have Rebecca Ardenauer of Wolf's Dragoons and Marlisa Buchanan of Northwind Highlanders. All right, on the other side, we have Corrigan Holmes of Wolf's Dragoons and Torvald Stendal of Hansen's Rough Riders. All right, let's take a look at the Alpha Strike cards. Okay, first off, we have the Blackjack C. I'm not sure what that means. 33 points. It is during the Jihad and Dark Age eras that you can use this variant of the Blackjack. On the other side, we have the BJ Tube. All eras, or most eras. 30 points, so 3 points less. No special ability. On the other side, case 2. Alright, next up is the C2 Archer. Again, you can use this for a number of different eras, including Jihad and Dark Age. Looks like Succession War. And I really need to get up to snuff on the symbols here. I'm not fully familiar. Special is Case and IF2, Indirect Fire 2. And then on the other side, you have the Archer 2W. So most eras except for the first one there. This has Indirect Fire 2, LRM 1/1/2. Alright. Next up is the C3 Rifleman. 38 points. Jihad and Dark Age. Special is Case. And then on the other side, Rifleman 3N. Basically all the eras are actually one of the oldest mechs in the Inner Sphere, in the history of Battletech. No special. Alright. Mad Cat Timberwolf T for 63 points. Usable in Jihad and Dark Age. Special ability is Case, Indirect Fire 3, and it's an Omni mech. On the other side, Timberwolf Prime, 54 points. Case, Indirect Fire 2, LRM 1/1/2, and Omni-Mech. Usable in most eras, except for the first one there. And lastly, The Annihilator 5W, 62 points. Special is Case 2. Jihad and Dark Age. And then the Annihilator 2H with Case. I'm not sure what FLK is, but it's FLK 2, 2, and 3. Usable in most eras of the game. Alright. And there you have it, guys. Battletech's Wolf's Dragoons Assault Star, an exclusive from Barnes & Noble, still readily available. So if you can do it, make your way over to the local Barnes & Noble and grab yourself one or two of these, or however many. It's still available. It's an excellent addition to Clan Wolf if that's what you're playing, as well as any Inner Sphere lance or company that you're feeling, because most of these are usable for Inner Sphere. It's definitely a beautiful set to have and will match well if you were lucky enough to get Natasha Kerensky and her Widowmaker. You can play a very fluffy clan force in Battletech. So, alright, if you like this video, go ahead and click like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I appreciate it if you would. Click the bell notification icon to get notified of all new unboxings coming out of the channel, and then click the link in the description below to join our Discord. That is the best way that I could personally interact with you and chit-chat you about Battletech and any other game that we cover on the channel. So stay tuned for more Battletech content from Wargaming Noob.